today we have noticed that most of the fast bowlers, they have an average speed is comparatively on the lower side to their potential. Some of the Kansul Kamboj, unfortunately his average speed was lower than Manas Laushen's. So just wondering, is there any particular reason? Is it a fatigue factor coming in? Each has a long series. He has bowled quite a bit of overs. The bowlers have to bowl quite a bit.
Yeah, look, that's a very good question, and that's something that we definitely also trying to get our heads around. On a surface where it gets a little bit flatter, you need a little bit of energy behind the ball, and I think that's definitely one of the factors for us so far in our bowling innings, is just getting that little bit of extra zip off the wicket to create the opportunities for caught behind an LBW. But yeah, I mean, to look at the workloads of guys like Siraj and those sort of guys, they've had heavy workloads. I'm sure that's his first test match so far, and it's important for us that we wanted to grow and develop a nice fast bowling unit. So not too much to judge on that. But yeah, I think it is also a heavier sort of outfield. But in terms of commitment and effort that the guys have put in, I don't think we can fault that. But it's just that that's a good point you made. That you need that little bit of energy on the ball on good surfaces where the ball at times is not doing as much.
My concern might be a strong word, but since the first innings of heading the Bumrah got wickets with the new ball, so how do you reconcile that?
But pardon, just
Bumrah got wickets with the new ball.
Yeah.
First new ball, how do you reconcile that?
Yeah, look, I had this conversation with Booms last night, and he's obviously a guy that is highly skillful. He wants to make and create things for us with the ball, but at the end of the day, we need support from the other end as well. And I think that is, a big thing in this sort of bowling innings, is that we're struggling to create. We're finding it hard to create pressure from both ends. For him to be successful, we need to bowl in partnerships. The other guys need to help him out. And I think at times, the guys are also trying, from other ends, it's a little bit greedy, trying to strike too much, and we leak, and he sort of released that pressure. But you can't say anything about Booms. He's number one in the world. He's skillful, and at times you're going to get in the wicket column. But I think also you need help from the other end.
Coach, Coach, there has been a lot of talk about Kuldeep Yadav not playing in this series. In this particular game on day one, every commentator was talking about how dry the pitch is.
Yeah. And
given the record of wrist spinners at Old Trafford, what has been the conversation around Kuldeep Yadav throughout the series? Why is not? Is it just due to the batting that the team is wanting, or just abandoning that, going after 20 wickets pretty much quicker than what we are doing right now?
Yeah, I think you answered the question well there. I think it's finding when he comes in, how can we find balance, and how can we get that batting line up to be a little bit longer and stronger. We've seen in the past that we've lost wickets in clumses, and Kuldeep is world class and he's bowling really well at the moment. So we're trying our best to find ways, for him to get in, but unfortunately with that, just the balance with batting, it throws it out a little bit.